I don't think it was an easy win for her, so it's very difficult.
Best tennis player and the best athlete that I have seen in the game of tennis.
The music was loud, cameras were flashing everywhere, and the celebration looked like something out of a movie. Friends surrounded Alex Eala as she smiled through the chaos of her birthday party, trying to enjoy one rare moment away from the pressure of professional tennis. Fans online were already posting clips, calling it one of the happiest moments they had ever seen from the young star. Nobody expected that just hours later, she would be boarding a flight straight to Roland Garros with barely any sleep, carrying the weight of an entire nation on her shoulders. The transition felt unreal. One moment she was dancing, laughing, and celebrating another year of life. The next, she was sitting quietly on a plane, headphones on, staring out the window while the tennis world waited for her arrival in Paris. That contrast alone exploded across social media. Fans couldn't believe the dedication. "No days off for Alex," one post read. Another said, "This is why she's different." And honestly, the hype only grew stronger when footage surfaced of fans gathering at the airport just to catch a glimpse of her before departure. Some were waving Philippine flags. Others shouted her name as security guided her through the terminal. The energy felt massive, almost like a superstar musician beginning a world tour instead of a tennis player heading into one of the toughest tournaments on earth. But behind the excitement was pressure nobody could ignore. Roland Garros is where legends are made and dreams are crushed in front of millions. Clay courts test everything: patience, stamina, mentality, and heart. And for Alex, this trip suddenly became much bigger than tennis. People weren't just watching to see if she could win matches. They wanted to see if this young Filipina star could truly handle global superstardom. As her plane landed in Paris, videos spread instantly. Fans crowded outside barriers, hoping for an autograph, as reporters tried asking questions over each other. Some people were shocked at how calm she looked. No panic, no fear, just focus. That's when the internet really lost its mind. Clips comparing her journey to anime storylines started going viral. Sports pages called her the future of Asian tennis. Filipino fans flooded comment sections with emotional messages saying she was making the entire country proud. Even casual sports fans who normally ignored tennis suddenly started paying attention because the story felt too cinematic to ignore. A birthday celebration turning into a direct flight toward one of the biggest stages in sports? It sounded scripted, but it was real. Inside the practice courts, the atmosphere changed immediately. Gone were the birthday lights and music. Now there was only the sound of tennis balls exploding off rackets and coaches shouting instructions. Alex trained with intensity that surprised even people watching from a distance. Every movement looked sharp. Every shot carried emotion. Spectators whispered about how determined she seemed. Some international fans admitted they came only because they'd seen the viral airport videos online. Others wanted to understand why Filipinos were supporting her with so much passion. Then came the moment that sent chills through the crowd. During a short break in practice, a group of Filipino fans started chanting her name from the stands. Alex looked up, smiled, and waved briefly before returning to work. That tiny interaction spread across TikTok within minutes. Millions of views, thousands of comments. People said it felt emotional because you could see how much the support meant to her. The story wasn't just about tennis anymore. It became about sacrifice, pride, and chasing impossible dreams under global pressure. Meanwhile, sports analysts began debating whether all the attention could become a distraction. Some believed the expectations were getting too heavy too fast. Others argued that moments like this create champions, but fans didn't care about the negativity. To them, Alex represented hope. A young athlete proving that someone from the Philippines could stand confidently beside the biggest names in world tennis. That belief made every moment feel historic. Even reporters at the tournament noticed how unusual the atmosphere around her had become. Every training session attracted more cameras. Every interview clip gained huge engagement online. One journalist even admitted they hadn't seen this level of excitement around a rising player in a long time. And through all of it, Alex remained composed, speaking carefully, smiling politely, and refusing to let emotions take control publicly. Yet you could still feel the intensity building underneath everything. Because deep down, everyone knew what was coming next. Once the tournament started, the celebration would be over. No more birthday vibes. No more airport cheers. only competition, only pressure, only the brutal reality of facing elite players on one of the most demanding stages in sports. And somehow, that made fans support her even harder. They understood the challenge ahead. They knew every point would matter. They knew doubters were waiting for any mistake so they could say the hype was too much. But supporters believed this was exactly the kind of pressure Alex Eala was born for. As night fell over Paris, videos of the entire journey continued flooding social media. The birthday party, the airport scenes, the arrival, the practice sessions, the cheering fans. Millions of people were now emotionally invested in what happened next. The excitement no longer belonged only to Filipino tennis fans. It had become a worldwide sports story. And standing in the middle of it all was one young woman trying to balance fame, expectation, and ambition, while preparing for the biggest battle of her career. The crowd was already going wild, but everyone knew the real drama at Roland Garros was only beginning. But just when the world thought the story couldn't get any crazier, the atmosphere inside Roland Garros reached another level. Fans were screaming every time Alex Eala stepped onto the court, cameras followed her every move, and social media completely exploded with predictions about her future. Some believed this was the moment she would shock the tennis world forever. Others warned the pressure could break even the strongest athletes. But Alex looked locked in, focused like never before. One match, one opportunity, one chance to prove the hype was real. And as the crowd roared louder than ever, history suddenly felt dangerously close.